is made of and what they can do in the blink of an eye. So let's talk predictions. Give me an exact score. How are you seeing this one?
Oh, man, you can't go against the Falcons. So I have Falcons. I am going to give one game to Victory Esports, but it's a 4-1 in favor of the GOATs.
All right, you're giving a game to Victory. I'm not. I got Falcons 3-0 in this one. I think that they're going to clean it up. They're going to be able to get the sweep. And, you know, we've already had one sweep on the day. I think the Falcons are going to say, hey, we'd like to get one as well. Because right there, Victory actually had a really good opportunity to get the first goal of the series.
Oh, yeah. I definitely, I do not count out Victory Esports by any means. I think their play style, when they are very quick with it, is possible to get around the Falcons. However, Falcons, they have the capability to just play a much faster game, anything that Victory Esports is capable of matching. And you have to remember, we have yet to see Falcons play at their peak this weekend. They pretty much are just playing with enough energy needed to win their matches, which means whenever they are down, it just gets harder from there. So a reset towards the net and a second touch to secure the goal is what it takes for Victory Esports to be first on the board. And now we all sit back and wait to see what is the Falcons' response going to be.
Yeah, are they going to be able to turn up the heat a little bit, understanding that, okay, Victory not messing around whatsoever, or are they still going to be on cruise control? Because you got to remember, this is a best of 7. So not saying that they have a game to toss away or whatnot, but they do have a little bit more time to start to figure this squad out. And as I say that, maybe they only needed about 5 more seconds, because Rwas able to get the first goal of the day for the Falcons. Oh my gosh, that is nasty.
This is what I expected. They are one of the most mechanical teams out in the world right now, and individually they are disgusting. But when they work together, they are that much harder to try and break past. So crazy, not unexpected response from Falcons coming out, like you said, in those few short seconds there, and it's up to Victory Esports to get back in this.
That was absolutely insane from Rwas, trying to look for more. You can see already TRK understands he's got to rotate back because the offensive play, it did die out just a little bit. It's SQQP going to be looking for the center, and he is going to have a teammate there in Ghazi. Wow. I mean, I'm kind of impressed right now by Victory. They were able to put on some pressure. They kept it up, and they found the crack in the defense. And right there, that doesn't happen often against Falcons.
No, it does not. These are moments that you are going to get very few and far in between. So the fact that Victory Esports has been able to take advantage and pull out successfully each time, that is a great sign of life from them to be able to have some success in this series. And again, they're trying to pull off what most people would deem near impossible. So you're taking it 1 minute at a time, 1 goal at a time even, just forcing the Falcons to be in their own half a lot more than normal. And you see these very intense cheat-ups from Victory Esports. They've done this in a lot of their series, but once their opposition starts to take note of it a little bit, big clears start to become the detriment to Victory.
For sure. Right now, both of these squads having their eyes on guaranteed top 2. You already know, first place getting a whole lot of cash, $5,500 going to first. So, Falcons right now, they understand they're just a couple series, just 2 series, 8 games away from being able to claim that prize. But right now, standing in their way is Victory Esports, who are super, super hungry. Right now, having the lead. The thing for Victory is you cannot get over aggressive on the offensive end, because if you leave your back half open, Falcons are going to hit you with the fastest counterattack that you've ever seen.
For sure, and I think they're starting to take note of that. I mean, you see Ghazi lurking in that deep third and only pushing up when he feels like the opportunity is going to turn into something actually positive for them. They aren't playing too much high risk, high reward anymore. Just because the Falcons are really good at capitalizing on any mistakes. So the plan to stay a little bit further back has been working out for them so far. I mean, you got less than 90 seconds to go in this game number 1, and Victory, As crazy as it sounds, maybe for some people, I feel like they are very much in control of this game number 1, and it's Falcons struggling really to just get a grip on this ball for longer than 10-15 seconds at a time. But really, it's been a bigger challenge for Falcons to turn any of those touches into plays.
Yeah, and the scary thing is that there's no more double elimination. If the Falcons lose this series, they are out. They get third or fourth. Third and fourth. I guess you tie third and fourth. So, and they would be getting $2,000. But I mean, right now, TRK said, you know what? Forget $2,000. We're going to be trying to get to that final guaranteed because, I mean, right now, this Victory Esports roster not able to stop that whatsoever. And there we go. Yet again, a counterattack coming in for Falcons. And, I mean, TRK with a beauty, got the reset, got it around the defender. It's good to go.
Oh, for sure. Falcons, like, there's not really a world where I see them starting to waver in confidence by any means. They are more than capable of coming back into something. It's just kind of getting a grip on what the victory plan is right now. That's been the biggest struggle for the Falcons. Those moments where victory starts to outpace them a little bit with their passing plays, and Victory Esports trying to do it again. A center right here. It's a shot for SQQP. Great stop, though, from Killers, and Roas going to try and clear it forward. Killers up next. Enough in the boost, go forward. But I like this from Victory. They're stopping a lot of these attempts in the midfield with just a single touch right now, and might try and force overtime. With 5 seconds left on the clock, Killers reset forward. Ghazi clear out mid. It's popped into the air. TRK has more than enough boost to keep this one going. Reset down. This ball gets killed, and our first overtime of the semifinal goes down.
All right, so far the overtimes today haven't been all too long. They've been pretty relatively quick for the most part, so we'll see if history will repeat itself or if we'll be in for a grueler. Both of these squads right now have shown that they can have extraordinary defense and flashes of brilliance on offense. And now it's all about who's going to be able to find that crack in the defense first, and it is Killers and Team Falcons. It was close. Victory looked impressive, but at the end of the day, the Falcons soar above.
I mean, you talk about finding a crack in the defense. Killers completely snuck in there and looked like he was a part of it. He had all the
QP, a couple nice ones right here, couple nice plays, and you know, I felt like they might have actually had it in the bag, but then again, Falcons, like we stated, top 2 team in the world currently. You can say that with confidence. And I mean, the squad, no joke. They find themselves down and it just doesn't matter. They clutch up, they've got the ice, and they find themselves at a 1-0 advantage. Like almost like that game wasn't even a super close nail biter.
Oh, no. The crazy part is, unless you're looking at the details on paper, you're going to think that this is almost a blowout. But Victory Esports, they can try their hardest every which way. But at the end of the day, Falcons, they really are them. And I got to give props to TRK. I know all 3 players are just pushed into that net right now from Falcons, but TRK in that game number 1, it was a little questionable, some of the things he was doing, but seeing him get involved off the kickoff is a crazy and very threatening sign from Falcons.
Another solid play yet again coming in from the Falcons, looking to keep this one going. As the defense from Victory is starting to waver just a tad, as now they've let 3 consecutive goals go the way of the Falcons. Right now, Falcons holding on to this goal advantage, going to be keeping this pressure up and on. TRK not able to get a touch onto it. Killers does send it off back to their half. That's going to be setting up TRK with 1 man to beat. He sends it off to the side. Not able to get it through. The bump wasn't there, but Rawas with the cleanup regardless. As Team Falcons are putting on the pressure, as there is nothing Victory can do about all of this. Wow.
Oh, man, this is just, you are bordering disrespectful if you're the Falcons, right? The amount of times we've seen all 3 players just completely push up and just say, hey, we are completely forcing this ball on in. That is pure confidence. That's the Falcons saying we know exactly who we are. We don't even have to play completely clean at this point to make it through your net. So 2-0 lead for the Falcons right now. Victory Esports, couple shots on target, but nothing through yet. It's just been the same old routine. Falcons getting handed the ball, one big clear turning into a counter, and then Victory Esports attempting to do the same. The difference is Victory continues to be stopped every single time.
Yeah, and right now Falcons are just able to keep on getting this pressure in this Victory half. It's going to be SQQP and try to read this one from Killers. Is going to be able to, gets a solid touch onto it, sends it back to the corner. But it is going to be Rawas back yet again with another touch. He finds the center and the connection's there, but the save coming in. Ghazi. It's going to be clutch, making sure the Team Falcons don't get a 3-goal advantage, which would be absolutely lethal to Victory right now, only halfway through this game.
I got to give it to the Falcons, too. I mean, their level of communication is so far beyond most teams around the world, and they know it. So many passing plays and attempts have come out. This one successful, though. Ruas, it was over to TRK, and, well, right on back. 3-0 for the Falcons. You talk about a lethal shot and goal, score on the board. That is it. 242 to try and find 3 goals against this team. Is gonna feel near impossible, especially if number 4 comes through.
Gosh.
And Killers, he just says, you know what, solo play. This is the clip montage beginning.
Yeah, Killers blocks it out and takes it back all the way down the pitch. And like you stated, a little bit disrespectful. They're just laying it on him right now. Great stuff coming in from Team Falcons against Victory Esports. And I mean, hey, listen, that's now, 6 unanswered goals for Falcons since Victory Esports were last able to find the back of the net. So I don't know if Victory are going to be able to get this momentum back on their side. It is a best of 7, so there is going to be plenty of time regardless of how this game goes. But the thing is that against a squad like Falcons, you can't afford to go down 0-2. They're not going to be the type of squad to let you win 4 out of the next 5 games to win the series.
Oh, absolutely not. In these 2's historic head-to-heads, Victory Esports has never beat the Falcons, and even at that, their first game win in a series against them was merely yesterday. And so the fact that they are clearly, as time is going on, getting closer and closer to figuring a game plan out that kind of gets them around the Falcons, they are respecting that, well, at the end of the day, Falcons are still Falcons, and it's going to take like this, the cheat-ups and the bumps and the potential demos to get past them. But being down 0-4 with less than 90 to go on the clock, like you said, once that game 3 rolls around, trying to reverse sweep, the current number 2 team in the world is pretty much impossible.
Yeah, it's very difficult for sure. Zazonic is going to be able to read this one correctly and actually take it in. And yeah, nobody's going to be able to stop that one as Victory do get their first goal of the game. A little bit of a mistouch by Rawas there. Thought he was going to be able to get control of it, but didn't happen. It goes the other way.
Not too bad. I mean, it's a great opportunity to try and build on. But a minute 7, you need something off the kickoff here to really just have a decent chance. One demo could open that up a little bit. Ghazi trying to drive this one forward. You saw Zazonic too, also just lurking for that bumper, that demo if possible. But Falcons immediately send them racing home. These big clears just continue to fall into the hands of the Falcons. TRK up next, enough space to leave this as a pass over to Killers. Ghazi bumps him off the play initially, and Victory Esports trying to bob and weave their way around the corner on this one, but it's still just not enough. Falcons prevail. It's open net opportunity for Killers, and this one denied the respawn just in time to keep Victory Esports down by 3.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're happy about keeping it down by 3, as Victory, that's probably a problem for the rest of the series for you and how it might go. As Killers, yet again, is going to be setting it up perfectly for TRK. Like, this squad is clicking right now, and Victory, yeah, I just don't know if they're going to be able to stop this momentum at any point in time during the series.
It definitely is a really, really hard challenge. You would have to kind of be going out of your way and out of rotation to stop some of these plays and just players individually from doing what they're doing. But the biggest thing right now is a lot of these touches that Victory Esports have had fall right into the hands of those Falcon players every single time. I mean, you saw it off the kickoff here. This one fell into the hands of Ruas, and then it's just an immediate transition for Killers. Space off the backboard to make the double. I mean, he's going to make it pretty much every single time. And 4 seconds on the clock, pretty much the only outcome that you're looking for is, can the Falcons Brazil victory in a semifinal?
You know what's funny is we did our predictions, and we did our predictions as a best of 5. You know, I said 3-0, you said 3-1.
No, I said 4-1.
Did you say?
But there is a chance, there is a universe where victory takes a game off of this at least once.
It might happen. It might. It might. Man, the chances are slim. I'll say that. I mean, Falcons just look really good. And if you're victory, I mean, what are you thinking right now? Are you just shook? Are you just saying, oh man, let's just try to make sure that we don't get embarrassed and we just don't make sure that the last 2 games aren't 6-1s, 6-0s again? Like, or are you saying, you know what, guys, we got nothing to lose now. Let's just leave it all out there, try our best, and hope for the best. Or are you a little bit shaken right now?
I feel like it's usually the latter, where, you know, these teams are down and they know that they sometimes have the capability of scoring on a team like the Falcons. This one, crossbar down and out, and Killers follow-up completely denied. And this is what I'm talking about when I say towards the latter, is where when you're down like this, you almost play so just carefree that these crazy little things start to happen. Yes, of course, this is a little bit more normal for a follow-up off the crossbar, but as far as like the victory offensive plan is concerned, it does become a little bit more carefree, which is a lot harder for people like the Falcons to start to predict.
Well, maybe that unpredictability can come into play to help victory start to get some type of momentum back into this series, because, wow, it has now been 9-1 goals, the last 10 goals, so in favor of Falcons. Right now, Falcons are clicking on all cylinders. TRK going to be up high, might be able to find the pass from Killers if Killers can find him, and that's exactly what happens. It was Rawast instead, going to be rotating in and getting that one. But yeah, I mean, I see it coming from a mile away. I know that victory can see it, so they just can't do anything about it. That's the problem.
They're just better. As mean as that sounds, Falcons, they are just literally one of the best teams out there. It is so rare to see them, get stopped by anyone. I mean, the last time we saw a team just completely stop Falcons in their tracks was G2 in London, and it looked insane, but that was a team playing, they're playing a team that, nobody in North America could stop for like what felt like forever. So Victory Esports, they've got their hands full, but it's not, again, the word impossible. Zazonix collects this one from SQQP. Killers, he tried to make the save off of it. No connect from TRK's attempt either. And this lead officially cut in half with 3:16 to go.
That was an exceptional save there by Killers, but the follow-up was too ready. Zazonix able to bring victory within 1. Now they've got, like you said, a chance. There's a world. There's a galaxy. There is a solar system. That victory. Pull out the victory in this game number 3. Oh, man. Right now, Falcons doing everything they can to make sure that victory do not get any more momentum on their side.
No, the Falcons right now are definitely matching the energy being thrown at them. You see Killers even on low boost making these crazy plays, use the reset forward to keep momentum still in their favor a little bit. Gets taken away. Ghazi bumps him off the play here. Victory Esports still trailing by 1. Low boost though. Great win on the challenge there from SQ2P, but TRK, it's just great reads and anticipation all the way around. And again, historically, Falcons are outshooting Victory Esports times 2, right? So it's 16-8 overall. I mean, even right now, it's 2-1, 3-1 as I say that. So it isn't unexpected for the Falcons to just completely outshoot Victory. So if they can keep this one close, I feel like that is an accomplishment in and of itself.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, Victory Esports have already secured for themselves $2,000. So between 3 people, that's $666 each. That is really, really good money, if you ask me. If you're going to go down to the Falcons, I will take that as a consolidation prize for sure. Oh, TRK, don't do it to him. He finds the center, but all 3 players for Victory are back this time. I thought yet again TRK was just gonna have a crazy good pass, but nobody was there this time, as Team Falcons are playing a little bit more defensive, not gonna be full committing anymore because they understand, okay, only a couple minutes left. Let's get this 3-0 advantage in the series and just play safe, not sorry.
Minute 35 to go. Victory Esports. I'm not going to count them out just yet. Only trailing by 2. Zazonix is trying to slow this play down a little bit. Ruas completely turns around. Upper 90 crossbar. Pinball up and down and in. And, well, you know what? As soon as I say I'm not counting you out, defense just crumbles. It is too much for mere little Victory Esports right now to catch up to. It's a tough thing, though, right? You can't, like, I'm sure Victory Esports isn't, like, beating themselves up over this. There's a amount of respect given to the Falcons that, again, I'm going to say this time and time again, this is not the Falcons playing at their peak. They're playing with the energy needed to win this particular series. That's what they've done all weekend. They only turn things up when required. So, final minute of gameplay in this semifinal about to go down. Victory Esports trailing by 3, potentially 4 here, but almost match point for the Falcons.
Yeah, and I mean, with 50 seconds left, Falcons up by 3, I'll go ahead and say it's pretty much impossible for this Victory Esports roster to be able to make a comeback in this one. So Falcons more than likely going to have that 3-0 advantage in the series and putting them on series point, going for the sweep. Maybe we'll be bringing out the brooms. We just got to wait and see. The way that this one's been going, I don't see any other way that it would end other than a sweep. But either way, like you stated, some good moments in this one so far for Victory. Just nowhere near enough.
Yeah, right now there's just a little bit of a skill gap between these two, but Victory Esports, I still got to commend them. I think that they, as time has gone on, just overall throughout, not even today, but the season, they have gotten closer and closer to figuring out the Falcons every single time, whether that's figuring out getting one win or getting ourselves onto the board in general. They are slowly just learning and figuring them out, and that's what I think makes these, you know, the way Corelli said it, these domestic tournaments where you're just playing the same people from your region so fun, is because there is nobody that gets to play the Falcons more than their home region teams. So Victory Esports tried their best, just not quite enough. Now match point every single time on the side of Falcons, right? But really making sure your backboard is covered. A couple of those shots that came through in that last game were because they had the space on the backboard to make a couple of those doubles and those crazy angles and passes to each other. So Victory Esports just needs to be maybe just a little bit more mindful of covering as much space as possible and then waiting for an opportunity to come to them just like this, but not forcing it.
Falcons trying to force the issue early onto Victory Esports. The demo's going to be coming out. Ghazi setting this one up. It's going to get intercepted. Zazonix, though, still able to get a touch to it. Sends it to the middle, but this one's going to be sent to the side. Killer's going to be able to get this one. TRK get it past one. Not going to be able to. It ends up going to the backboard. Sent to the side, out by Team Falcons yet again. Now it's TRK on the offensive. He's going to drive this one up the backboard. And it's going to be Rawas able to collect it and drop it down in the front. He leaves it open for a teammate. Is there no one there to clean it up? Not sure why. Maybe they were a little bit worried that the counterattack was going to come in. But that was definitely a crazy, crazy call, a crazy opportunity. And I thought they were going to convert for sure.
I did too. There was a tiny bit of hesitation on the end of Clears, and unfortunately for him, it just didn't result in a goal. Now 1v1 on the infamous Ruas doesn't quite go their way, but a demo does send some people back home. SQQP trying to center this one up to a teammate instead, almost falls into the hands of Killers. He sees Ruas. Falcons just working together to take a couple empty shots at the Victory net right now, but still, even empty shots are still threatful towards Victory Esports. Why? It's forcing them to play more defense and use more energy and boost than they would like.
Yeah, and right now, I will say the Falcons fans, they are They are coming into the chat heavy, and they are ripping Victory apart right now. And Victory gonna answer back and say, "Stop the hate, stop the violence." It's Ghazi able to put one in for Victory Esports, getting that first goal of game number 4. And I believe this is their first advantage, or were they up 1-0? No, they were up in game 1. I forgot about that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can get 2, maybe right here. Because if they can get 2, then you're really thinking, okay, there actually is a major possibility that they could actually take this game. And there it is. SQQP gets the second one for Victory. So now Falcons, all right, you're down 2 goals. What you gonna do now? You haven't been down 2 goals yet in the series.
I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about. You asked me, what can Victory Esports do to kind of come back and what starts to change a little bit, and I said it's that carefree, very fearless play style. There's nothing left to do but just kind of throw yourself at that ball, and twice now we've seen all 3 players throw themselves upfield, and that first shot attempt usually ends up hitting the post, but the follow-ups are coming in, and that's what really has been working out for Victory. Great demo to send TRK back, and now these shots are coming in a lot slower, a lot more savable, but those demos are being returned very, very quickly onto Victory here. It's not going to be quite as easy to get out of your own half now.
No, not as easy at all. Right now, Falcons applying solid amounts of pressure. Victory needing to get a good touch onto it to get the clear. The Wasp is going to be able to send this one off to the side. It's going to be Killers with possession. Down low. Gets pinched to the ground, but sent back to the corner yet again. And it should be Falcons still with an opportunity. They send it to the backboard. It goes wide. The double demo is coming out. That is big.
It's big, but no plays are coming of it. And that's the frustrating part, is if you are lucky enough to get a double demo, you gotta turn it into something. Otherwise, this is just gonna continue to happen. That touch falling into the hands of Ruas, and it's just a complete solo play. 1v2 past the defense. Crazy good placement. Falcons finally on the board in this. Less than 2 minutes on the clock to try and tie things up. Not a crazy thing for them to try and accomplish here, but a lot harder than it has been in 3 games past.
For sure. I mean, the first game, this is what exactly happened. Victory were able to get a couple of goals. Falcons were down 2-1, and then Falcons came back and were able to get that victory by a slim margin. Maybe this will be the same story written yet again. Falcons got 80 seconds left to do it. TRK able to get a nice redirect to clear that one away. Maybe the center here and the potential goal, but the shot off target. Defense yet again from Ghazi. It's going to be saving the day. It's a great shot attempt coming out from Falcons. I thought for sure they were going to tie that up right there.
Oh yeah, they're making them look a little bit nervous right now. Just a minute left to go. This one is gonna find its way through a forced almost dunk. I mean, I guess in the world of scoring on them, I would claim it. But a shot off TRK's car gives Victory Esports a 2-goal lead with less than a minute to go. They've been here once before and closed out. They're gonna try and do it again. A demo and a shot attempt. This one goes in. Falcons say, no, we're not going out that easy, and they close the gap down to 1.
I was just about to say, yesterday Falcons were down 4-1 in a game with 41 seconds left and were able to win that game in regulation. So if Falcons can come back down 4-1, being down 3-1 with a minute left is definitely in their wheelhouse, and already they bring it within 1. 40 seconds left. They have possession. They've got the pressure. Victory Esports shaking in their boots a little bit. They do not want to let another comeback attempt happen, but they might not be able to stop it as Killers is going to be soaring high off the assist from Rawas.
Oh, man. You can't even question it for a second sometimes. you start to get a little bit of hope for Victory, and then, like I said, Falcons, they're not even playing at their peak, so it's very easy for them to just kind of turn the notch up a little bit there and get back into the swing of things. 28 left on the clock here, though. 25 and a goal away from the grand finals, and they're going to try and end it here. They don't want to go to OT against Victory. It's been there before. They did come out with the win, though. But a shot on target and through. Not once, but twice. SQQP has given Victory Esports the lead in this game 4.
Okay, now hold up. Hold your horses. It's not over yet. Victory Esports maybe able to start this reverse sweep. Who knows? Falcons going to need to clutch up. They've got 11 seconds left. If anyone can do it, it's going to be this squad. Here we go. No way. Rawas off the crossbar. The cleanup is there, but nothing able to come from it just quite yet. It tries to get killed, and it does, and Victory Esports get the victory. I can assume that Falcons are not going to be happy about not getting the sweep in this series, you know, faltering just a little bit, still making an insane comeback yet again, but man, Victory, you got to be ready, like you stated, for what is about to come at you. If you are on the side of Falcons, you're going to be feeling like you've got to come out on fire, not letting Victory Esports get that opening goal and get any confidence.
SQQP, the player that twice gave Victory Esports the lead and really helped them out there in that game number 4. And Falcons going to have to be, whether they like it or not, a little bit more methodical with what they choose to send upfield as far as plays are going. And defensively, you got to be a little bit more prepared. Victory Esports coming in hot. This one off the backboard. SQQP down low. Pass over to Zazonix. It's 50'd all the way back by Killers. It's a clear upfield by TRK. No boost in the tank. Still isn't going to scare him off of a challenge there. And 45 in. Falcons looking like they're back in this and extremely dangerous.
Needing to find some sort of crack in this defense is the Falcons to get this first one on the board. Killer's gonna get demoed out for his troubles. Zonix trying to get it past TRK, not gonna be able to though. SQQP guides it up. Killers is there to intercept. Rawas not able to get the touch he was looking for to find his teammate.
This one's just gonna bounce up and down. SQQP, the one player that really has just given them so many chances and opportunities. Down in the midfield, Falcons looking to slow things down a little bit here. You see the lurk, carries this one over 1. It was an attempt to make a center, but Victory Esports doing a great job of anticipating a lot of these plays. Reset over 1, air dribble towards the net here. Ghazi off the backboard, and Falcons fending off Victory.
I mean, I'm just super impressed right now with Falcons. And then the counterattack comes in, not able to get it, but still, right off of the post, almost going to be going in for Falcons. That defensive pressure, or that defense that they needed from the pressure of Victory Esports was absolutely impeccable. And now it's just going to be Falcons looking for some type of opportunity. It's Rawas going to be trying to set this one up. He gets it past 1, gets the reset, tries to go for it. TRK up to the side. Not able to get anything just quite yet, but maybe it's up to Killers, who gets it past 1, sends it to the corner yet again. Is the center going to be coming out? Here we go. TRK beats it around 1, but Rawas not able to get the touch clean past the defender. And you can see Falcons, they want to set something up so bad, but it's these tiny touches coming in from Victory that are keeping them at bay.
And Victory Esports is aware, even a tiny touch like that completely stops momentum for the Falcons. Falcons are a very momentum-based team, unless they're headed into something as a solo play. But a lot of what they've been putting forward is pass and play based. So, like you said, Victory Esports, they are aware. Tiny touches are going to slow things down, make things a little bit more possible. They've gone 3 minutes completely scoreless. They've fended off everything Falcons have sent their way. Looking to stop this one as well is Ghazi. Half a tank, a boost to work with. Might get 1 touch on it. TRK gets the beat out on him. And it's a 2v1 on TRK. Collects that boost though. Killers just a bit too far up in a shot attempt. Goes to the wayside.
It's a great shot yet again. But nothing to come of it. And now, I mean, 90 seconds left. We got ourselves a tie game. Both of these squads are playing great defense. Both squads have had nice opportunities on the offensive end as well. Now it's just going to be all about who's got that ice, who's got that clutch factor. Last game, it was Victory. And really, so far in this, Falcons haven't really had to show that they've got ice like that. You know, they haven't really had to had to, be pressured too much. Last game, yes, they did find themselves down, but it wasn't really a lot of pressure on their minds, if you will. They're already up 3-0. But now, as these games start to mount up for Victory Esports, you get a little bit more nervous in these moments where you feel like you need to score.
Oh, yeah. Falcons right now, you can see it, too. They're kind of just getting a little bit ahead of themselves on some of these attempts. Killers trying to find TRK back over to 1, but into the hands of SQQP, and Ghazi gonna try and pop this up, and this is good from the Falcons, right? Being able to collect and intercept this ball and quickly turn it into a counter there. Couple of bumps, trying to attempt to outpace Victory. They're past 1. TRK's demo could open this up, and somehow Victory Esports prevail. It's one more attempt, pinch down on the ground, double commit to make the save. Twice the chance, twice as successful, and 3 on the clock here. One more attempt, and they're gonna kill this ball. Victory Esports has taken Falcons to overtime.
We find ourselves here yet again, one goal to decide. Potentially Falcons moving on, or Victory Esports being halfway done with the reverse sweep. Who would have thought that there is a chance that Victory could even start the reverse sweep? You predicted a 4-1 in this series, and right now Falcons 1 goal away from making that happen.
I mean, it's not impossible, and I wouldn't even be upset if Victory got the second one. Like I said, after the performance I've seen, I feel like Victory are a team with the best chance of figuring the Falcons out this weekend, and they're proving me right. Falcons, it is an odd thing to see them struggling to get at least one solid play together after this much time. And Victory Esports just working together, stopping them in the midfield, not letting any play come into fruition. And Killers off the sidewall. Low boost in the tank. Ruas goes for the bump, but Zizonix was lurking on the goal line, and Falcons have to try again.
1 minute into this overtime right now. Falcons having some control, having some opportunities, but the defense from Victory, super solid up to this point in this overtime. And throughout this entire game, number 5. Both of these squads held scoreless. And I mean, 0-0 overtimes, they're the best overtimes. Because that both of these squads understand, all right, we got to play a super defensive game. It's been a defensive game this whole time. We just got to find our one opportunity. Maybe this could be it. The ball goes deep into the Victory corner. But yet again, Falcons not able to get a solid look onto it. Not able to get a solid passing play set up just quite, or even a solo attempt. As this overtime has been kind of stale between these two squads. A lot of defense, not really a lot of control for either squad.
Yeah, it's definitely been a tug of war for control. Everybody's touches just continue to fall into the hands of the opposition, and nobody able to hold on to it long enough to formulate at least one solid play. This pinch back, though, is good for Victory if they can capitalize on it. But again, right into the hands of TRK. 1v1 on SQQP, reset forward. Great save off this one. And Killers just trying to lock cars and keep Victory away from this ball. Ghazi, reset forward, great save from Killers, and Falcons are still in this.
Yeah, I thought Ghazi was going to be able to get that one right there, but close call. Saved away yet again by Falcons. Falcons are doing a solid job for sure. I feel like making sure the Victory are playing at their pace. Maybe that'll come back to help them out in a major way here, as we're now 3 minutes into this overtime. Rawas tries to send it off the backboard, ends up sending it directly to SQQP. Leaves it up. It's Victory Esports. Demo goes each way, 2v2 for now. Killers right back to it, sends it back to the Victory Esports half, and they got to start back over.
Yeah, you just got to keep trying. You can't let the pressure up. Ghazi to the backboard. No space to turn it into a double. Instead, it's a long pass and play clear to the backboard. Killers bumped off the play. TRK still trying to keep it in their favor, though. Double, triple. All it's doing is keeping possession to the blue. And Killers up next. Very low boost. Double commit could be bad. This angle not in favor of a shot attempt. Instead, Victory Esports just trying to keep flow with this ball, but they keep getting kicked off of it. This is one of the better moments that they've had in a few moments here. And you see the lurk up from TRK. Past one, Ghazi says no, and Victory Esports are on their way to a shot attempt. Flip reset denied.
All right, everyone, we're past the 4-minute mark, so now I want everyone in the chat to go ahead and put what time you think this overtime will end at. Go ahead, do it quickly. Do it quickly. Put in your guesses right now. I want to see what everyone's going to say and who's going to end up being closest to correct, because this is so far the longest overtime that we have had on the day, and it's a 0-0 overtime, so it's a little bit special, and potentially the top 2 guaranteed goal coming in for Falcons if they're able to get it. This is a huge goal right here, worth thousands of dollars.
Yeah, this is a really crazy OT. A lot of people discounting Victory Esports and what they were capable of, but like I said, as time has gone on, they've pretty much just gotten closer and closer to figuring out the Falcons with each passing moment. And Falcons just working together. One more attempt. Killers reset up to the ceiling, drops this one down, finds a nasty angle, and SQQP, pretty much the kryptonite of the Falcons right now, keeps this out. Another attempt to get made off the ceiling here, and SQQP just trying to force his 50 out. Ruas, one more attempt, no space given off the backboard here, and Falcons really are having to earn that final this time. One game away. Still, it's not being handed to them by any means.
Yeah, I mean, this right now is anyone's game. And as I say that, Ruas just trying to send it right through a couple defenders, but that's not going to work out whatsoever. And I mean, both of these squads right now are showing up in this overtime as we've gotten an extra game of Rocket League already out of this one. As these squads battling it out, the defensive efforts from both squads have been exceptional. It's just going to be all about one goal, finding one opportunity. If you're Falcons, this is a chance to get top 2 guaranteed and have a big chunk of that prize pool going your way. If you're Victory, you're trying to keep the reverse sweep hopes alive, and you got to do it in exceptional fashion because you're going up against a squad and Team Falcons, like we've said, that just got top 2 at the last major. Oh my gosh!
Shots. I knew this was coming out as soon as I saw it get past. Oh my god. The Killers, I'm so sorry, but Killers cheating up that far.